And we're in. Let me quickly set the scoreboard to be correct. So on this side we have Tatoh's team. On the other side we've got Ganji's team. It is a best of 5, and we should be good to go at this point. Alrighty, friends. We don't have... small trees. Oh, it's because I updated. Oh, that's a tragedy. Okay, we're playing with big trees for this game because I went to the old version. Oh, that's quite annoying. Okay. So it redid big trees, but we can fix that later. Looks like we already got a big fight here. 4 walls. Wow, what a cramped base Rapard has. What an interesting little base he's got. So he's got to fight pretty hard to gain this space over here. Ultimately. All right, but with that then, let's go ahead and start working through the teams. Dave is streaming as well. Co-stream you too could be cool someday. I'm sure we will at some point. Once I get a little better at operating the stream, you know what I mean? Or maybe between games 1 and 2, he and I can hop on together if he's not casting with anybody and is interested. But otherwise, yeah, we'll look at that. All right, Rapard's got his walls up. But we'll go through the teams here. It is a best of 5 here between Tatoh's team and Ganji's team in Rage Forest, hosted by William. It's a very fun tournament, lots of action, of all things. And we'll start here on the flank with Rapard, who's playing the Britons in the gray for Ganji's team. As we already mentioned, a very interesting base layout. It's really compact, but at least only has one real kind of flank that he has to defend here, and already has the walls up. And so we'll be sitting kind of pretty from that point. The opposite flank against him is going to be LB10 in the red, playing as the Hindustanis. Now, similar situation for him, right? Just had to fight for that same flank, but has way more space available to him when it comes to a base. A couple more boars over here to work with. No pawns for either of those players. Now, the flank here for LB10 is going to be Tatoh, the man himself in the yellow, playing as the Teutons. He does have a pawn to work with. So he's going to be feeling pretty good about his life, and as a very safe base, because with these walls that LB already got up, Tatoh doesn't have to worry about any of this over here. And look at that, another 5 boars or so for him to take. The opposite flank to him, playing behind Rapard, is Sleepy Swede in the cyan. Now he's playing as the Huns. Already had to run out for very, very long walls through the center of the map, but that's going to buy them a lot of space. So feels good for the team, but did have to use 2 villagers' time to go make that happen. No pawn for him. So that's a big difference between the 2 pocket players here on kind of the left-hand side of the map. Flipping on over to the other side of the map and the flanks there. We'll take a look at Chaos to win here in the orange. He's playing as the Vietnamese. Already has walls up here on the right-hand side. Very, very thin wood lines, though, here as well. So opportunities to cut later on in the game, for sure. No pawn to work with for him. The opposite flank that he's up against is Ganji, the team captain here, in the blue. Now, he's playing as the Burmese, and he has 3 pawns around him. What a base layout this is. What a base layout this is. 3 pawns around him, so he's given 1 apiece to each of his pockets, and he's kept 1 for himself. He's also bringing in 3 boars as we speak, so no food issues over here for Ganji. Excuse my yawn. I literally woke up 30 minutes ago, if I'm being honest. Now, the flank to Ganji, and rounding out his team, is going to be FedEx here in the green. He's playing as the Sicilians. As we mentioned, he's already moved over to take one of the pawns by Ganji. 5 fishing ships onto the field already, and he'll have a nice fish boom rolling. And then the final of the pocket positions is going to be Nilly. Oops, change that scoreboard. Is going to be Nilly. He does have a pawn for himself. He's playing as the Tatars. Actually, he has 2 pawns, one out in front as well, so possibly a huge fish boom for Nilly here in this one. And we're off to it. First players are reaching the feudal age. Looks like Chaos to Win wants to create some chaos and possibly get the dub. Moving forward with a whole bunch of villagers for a bit of a tower war, and he is forcing one up on the other side from Ganji. I'm also going to turn the music down just a little bit, everybody. It's a little loud for me. But here we go. It wasn't a very action-packed Dark Age. We got the walls up nice and early, but it looks like the players do want to fight a bit in the Feudal Age. We'll check the other flank as well, where we also have towers going up from both players. Archers behind those towers, though, here. For Rapard, as the Britons. Ooh, and losing the scout. That's a little unfortunate there for LB10, but both players do get their towers up. And it looks like it will be stone walls behind that here for LB10, so definitely does not want to let those archers through. Tatoh reaches feudal age. There's the market blacksmith. Nilly, market blacksmith, on his way to castle. So he'll be the first player to the castle age. Market blacksmith. Market blacksmith. I was wondering where the blacksmith was there for FedEx, but he does have it up near the front lines. Ooh, big tower battle though. Big tower battle here between the Vietnamese and the Burmese player, and a second tower even going up. And if that's in range, first he's going to push this villager back, but if that's in range of this tower, which it looks like it is, should ultimately win the tower war in the end. I like this move though. Ganji already has a galley up, just because it can also play on the front lines, but protects the lake just in case Chaos Twin does break through here. Another tower behind for added safety. Stone walls in the middle. No one's breaking through there anytime soon. And we got the stone walls up in time over here for LB10. So the archers aren't going to find any damage just yet. Sirius, thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. Welcome, welcome. All right, Castle Age in for Nilly. And he's bringing the Siege Workshop over to the right-hand side, as well as dropping a TC back at home. Yo, yo, Leader Core, how's it going? Welcome, welcome to a little Rage Forest on a Friday. Rage Forest Fridays, why not? Looks like FedEx will match that Siege Workshop. With a little Siege Workshop of his own. Nilly already on the way to 3 TCs. Double TCs for each of the pockets on Ganji's side of things. As I say that, a third now going up here for Sleepy Swede. Tatoh getting his 3 TCs up as well. Still, it's a repair battle on this side around the towers, but first of the towers will go down, and it's that of Ganji's. And wow, he moves forward for yet another tower position. Pretty wild how much they're investing to lock down just this little choke point here. But able to keep this tower alive as well with repairs just outside that tower range. We've got Mangonels forward though. Doesn't find a kill, finds good damage on those villagers. Has to be very careful from this point forward. Micro battle. Nilly versus FedEx. Who's gonna get it? Nilly. Okay, he's just removing more sections of the wall. I feel it. I feel it. Back on the other side, we did break through. In fact, we broke through with 3 villagers and 6 archers. Oh, Mangonel. Dude, the Mangonel micro from Tatoh. Huge snipes on 2 of the 3 villagers. Almost gets the 3rd. Needs to keep tracking that, though. Don't want to be letting a sneak go up here by the Britons randomly. But tracking that with his scout, Mangonel. LB10 thinking about putting up a stone wall here. Well, still tracking, so not too much of an issue. Low health on that scout. Doesn't want to let that one go. Back over here to watch the mango battles. It's now 3 mangoes to 3 mangoes. I don't think either player's lost one just yet. So this is going to get high intensity really quickly. As one player, or as soon as, rather, one player starts picking up mangonel kills, it could get real dangerous. Okay, Nilly's broken through. Trying to prevent that tower from going up. And this one's pretty low right here. Target firing on some of the mangonels. The tower will go down. All the mangonels are high health at the moment. Okay, first mangonel is lost, and it's Nilly's, but he does trade 1 for 1 overall. Is that a demo? Did I just miss a demo over here? What a tragedy. Another 1 for 1 mangonel trade. Back to the other side just to check in on things. We've re-walled, so we're pretty safe there. Villager made it all the way to Nilly's base, but will it complete the dock? Doo-doo. No, it won't. So that's a lot of wasted time and some wasted wood there for Rapard. Did force the mangonel to have to chase the entire time. But now just 2 archers left, so good defense there by Tatoh. Yo, Leadercore, 3 months. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. Don't think I noticed what. Oh, I'm in just chatting. Whoops. Good call. Boom. Updated. Thank you. All right. Back over to this side. Now we're getting a gate up of all things. Looks like Nilly lost the Mangonel War to a degree. And they've been pushed back just a bit to the original defensive lines that we had. Great snipe there from FedEx on that Mangonel. So now it's starting to look a little scary here for Chaos to win. Still in the feudal age, by the way. Just clicked up to castle, 2 minutes and 30 seconds away. And his watchtowers are going down. Nilly loses another Mangonel. It's 3-0. In the mangonel counts at the moment. Ooh, and these villagers are not where they want to be. Watch out. Oh, full panic mode here for Chaos at the moment. He wanted chaos. He got chaos. Just not in the way that he would have imagined. Another Siege Workshop now being dropped for Nilly on this side. Check the other side, and it's just another mango battle. But this one was stone walls in between the players, so a lot less progress can be made. Now a forward castle here by Ganji on this side. Remember, he's playing as the Burmese, so he definitely would like to get into the Arambai. Great raiding unit. Beautiful castle position. Another Mangonel goes down here for Nilly. Yes, he got a little bit in return, a Mangonel plus a villager. So technically a trade win, but your opponent still has 4 Mangonels to work with here, which is pretty terrifying. And Chaos to win is immediately going to wall behind. Make sure that the rest of his team is safe, just in case he gets overwhelmed. Now, through all this, we'll take a peek in on villager counts, eco counts. We've got a nice 45 villager lead or eco lead in total here for Ganji's team, and a lot of that does come from the 2 pockets, being 10 villagers ahead respectively for each of their opponents. Now over on this side, market's going to go down. We still have 5 Mangonels rolling forward. Chaos to win, dropping a castle of his own to protect 2 golds and a stone. So I like this castle position quite a bit. And as the Vietnamese player, will be happy to go into Rattan Archers as well. We've got more TCs being dropped here on the left-hand side for LB10. So really the only player that's under a lot of pressure right now is Chaos to Win. He's still on 1 TC. He does get the castle up. We'll get a Mangonel snipe at that. So it's a little something. But his opponent over here, Ganji, is now on 3 TCs and has a fish boom. Whereas he doesn't have one at all. So I'm concerned for the Imperial Age timings and the possibility that this castle position just gets trebbed down. In-game sounds are a little loud relative to your voice. Good feedback. Thank you very much. Thank you for the feedback. How's that? Is that much better overall? Still can hear everything. And hopefully my voice is pretty good in comparison. All right, another castle. Ooh, Nilly thinking about a different one perhaps? Oh no, just repositioning. Okay, away from the Arambai possibly. Much better. Sounds good, sounds good. All right, so Nilly now putting a castle down, which I like to see because he might be the one who becomes reliant on in Imperial Age. Taking a look at Imperial Age timings, it's going to be Tatoh here, who will be the first to the Imperial Age for his team. But on the other side, both pockets already on the way. The music is intended to be on. I like music personally. It won't be in the VODs. I have it set so that it doesn't record music in the VODs. But if the music is way too loud or something like that, you can let me know comparatively to my voice and the game. I just want it to be light background music. All right. So, Siege Tower on this side. We got to be careful of that. He's looking to just ferry some Arambai over. Can barely hear the music. Okay. Yeah, didn't manage to use one of their pawns entirely, huh? Yeah, Nilly neither got a second fish boom, nor did he hand it off, or did anyone, I should say, take advantage of, that third pawn. It's a good point. And even Tato's fish boom is near non-existent, right? Didn't get nearly as much up and working. Although I say that, and Sleepy Sweet over here only has 1 dock fish boom as well. Tons of castles going up on the right-hand side, though. Looks like we're going to concentrate some kind of a push here on the right-hand side. 3v1, possibly. Sleepy Swede putting up a castle of his own along the wood line. We've got one up for FedEx. Nilly now has 2. Chaos to Win has one of his own. In the meantime, Rapard has put 2 very defensive castles back in his base as the Britons, which I love, because he can happily sit there and defend on his own. Right? Get that Britain range working in your favor. He's already producing longbows. He's got 100 villagers as well, so he's 16 ahead of his direct opponent. I mean, that's really where Ganji's team is well and truly in the lead, right? Is that on both flanks, they've got a solid lead. All right, Cavalier already in, but we need Trebs, right? Siege is the key towards pushing, and there's the first trebuchet right there for FedEx. So these castle positions are going to start to get pushed back very slowly. Tato's even got halberdiers over on this side of the map. The only thing he has over here, it looks like, is onagers. No other way to support his ally on the left-hand side at the moment. All right, trebuchets start working away on Nilly's first castle. Nilly does have trebuchets in production of his own, though, and it's 2 castles producing those trebs, and he's putting up a third as we speak. Well, it's going to be one giant battle here on the right-hand side. Trebuchets move forward here from Nilly. Have to rethink their positioning, though, against the onagers. Keshiks. Halberdiers. And unfortunately, we have no range support, really. It's supposed to be Rattan archers, but we only have 8 on the field, and they're castle-age Rattan archers. So this is the tough reality of Tatoh's team's position here. It's Keshiks and Halberdiers really that are going to have to fight the majority of this battle on their own. This is Paladin now, nearly fully upgraded Paladin rolling in, only missing Blast Furnace at this point. Managed to pick one of the two Trebs, but not both of them. Keshiks now shoving them back. Halberdiers run into Halberdiers. Those are great Bombard Cannon shots. Onto the Onagers, though, from Tatoh. But more Trebuchet is going to get sniped here by the Paladins. Great control by Sleepy Swede, and the numbers are just overwhelming at this point. He's got such a big boom up. He had such a big boom. 148 eco units. He's got 50 Paladin on the field right now. That's it. All he has to produce is pure Paladin. And you can see how tough it is for Tatoh's team to break this position. And the Trebuchets continue to work away. There you go. One castle down already here for Nilly. And he's going to immediately replace it further back. So wants to stay on 3 castles. And needs that for Keshik production. So now it's about the Bombard Micro from Tatoh. He does have 4 Bombard Cannons to work with. The Paladin come running in, looking to kill a number of these Rattan Archers. Keshiks move forward to play Meat Shield. They are diving in between 3 castles, soon to be 4 castles. Don't know how wise of a decision this is from Sleepy Swede. Let's take a look at those Paladin numbers. 40 and dropping, but finding good kills. Perhaps going to wipe up nearly all of the Rattan Archers, snipes all of the Trebuchets. Might even take these Siege Onagers as well and just lay waste here to the remaining economy that that Chaos to Win has. Some good hits onto the Arambai over here with the Siege Onagers and the Bombard Cannons. Tatoh saves a couple of those low health Bombards as well from the Paladins. And look at that. All of the Paladins are now about wiped up on this side. Yes, he's producing. Yes, he still has 30 on the field. But he has to regroup them and remass them. All of that said, did buy them enough time to get another castle down. Nilly, unfortunately, not able to get that next castle up as well. So he's down to 1 castle. 1 castle in total, producing another one. Great shots there from the Siege Onagers, each trading out 2 for 2. Tatoh looking for another kill, doesn't quite find it. He's chasing Paladins around left and right with all of his Halberdiers, and the production just isn't there from Nilly anymore. It's 5 Elite Keshiks to 30 Paladins. And those are the 2 Cav units on this side. That's the real issue. Over on this side, by the way, which we haven't looked in a while, it's that 1v1 that we talked about, and the Britons will love a 1v1 situation, playing the range, the longbows, and all of a sudden, with Imp in, it's the GG call here for Tatoh's team. Game 1 goes over to Ganji and crew. Honestly, a pretty standard win. Pretty standard win. Felt like they just kind of walked it in there. GG on that one. Yeah, Ganji's team played well. They got great walls up early, right? They established forward positions on the left and in the middle with their walls. They fought over the really important choke point here that would have threatened all of the pawns. And they had better booms. End of the day, they had better booms. Literally across the board. Right? You had Rapard outbooming LB10. You had Swede and FedEx outbooming Tatoh and Nilly. And then in the 1v1 here, between Chaos to Win and Ganji, Ganji got up onto TCs and got a fish boom. Chaos to Win was stuck on 1 TC the whole game. And with that, they produced military en masse, push forward nice and slow, get an easy dub.